So as I do, I give you the news, the breaking news that happens each day, a quick one, just so that we can start the day well. And this is one coming from Rivers State. As you know, there's been crisis in Rivers State for the last 16, 18 months, I believe. And this is for the fallout between Fubara and Wike and these Wike pro lawmakers, the 27 of them, including the speaker. And just today, the breaking news is that the Rivers Assembly have served a notice of misconduct to the governor and to his deputy, and that is, if you may call it that, an indication of there's impeachment coming close soon. So I'm going to be reading it from both Punch and PM Nigeria as well, just to give it more context, because Punch gives it just a little bit of a headline just to let you know what's happening, but PM News goes further to tell you more. So let's just get right into the matter. Rivers Assembly accuses Fubara, deputy, of misconduct, issues notice. The Rivers State House of Assembly has issued a notice accusing the state governor, Siminalayi Fubara, and his deputy Ngozi Odu of alleged misconduct. The lawmakers justified their actions based on the Nigerian Constitution, according to the notice obtained by China's television. The notice read, in compliance with Section 188 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999 as amended, and all other extant laws, we, the undersigned members of the Rivers State House of Assembly, hereby forward to you a notice of gross misconduct by the Deputy Governor of Rivers State in the performance of the function of our office. So this is to the Rivers State government from the Rivers State House of Assembly, the Parliament. Now let's go to PM. So PM says impeachment looms as Rivers Assembly serves notice of gross misconduct on Fubara. The Rivers State House of Assembly has issued a notice of gross misconduct on Governor Similayi Fubara and Ngozi Odu, his deputy, which could potentially lead to impeachment proceedings. Martins Wachuku, special assistant on media to Martin Amaewhule, Speaker of Rivers Assembly, confirmed the development. The notice is the first step in the impeachment process, as outlined in Section 188 of the Nigerian Constitution. The notice must be signed by at least one-third of the members of State Assembly, House of Assembly, and presented to the Speaker. Gross misconduct is defined as a grave violation or breach of the Constitution or misconduct that's considered severe enough to warrant impeachment. The Speaker's role. The Speaker must serve to the Governor and each member of the House of Assembly with a copy of the notice within 7 days. The Governor's response. The Governor has the right to reply to the allegations, and any response must be served on each member of the House of Assembly. The House of Assembly will then vote on whether to investigate the allegation. If the motion passes with a two-thirds majority, a panel of 7 persons will be appointed to investigate the allegations. Impeachment. If the panel finds the governor guilty of gross misconduct, the House of Assembly can impeach the governor with two-thirds majority of votes. So while issuing a notice of gross misconduct is a serious step, it's not an automatic impeachment. The process involves several stages, and the governor has opportunities to respond and defend himself. Now, please, if you're meeting this content, please, I would say, I'll crave your indulgence to like, share, and subscribe. We need your subscription, obviously, to push this content forward to others so that we can deal with these issues of corruption that's plaguing our country. Now, let's break this thing down. Recent happenings show that Wike, in his own words, I've said it several times, let me just paraphrase, that the governor can be impeached and nothing will happen. He said that. He said nothing will happen. The governor will be impeached. If he's committed anything of an offense related, he will be impeached and nothing will happen. And you can see the hand that is playing here right now behind the scene. If you impeach the governor and the deputy governor, who's going to be taking over the leadership role? The speaker. So the chess game here that is played out in Rivers State is nothing but one man controlling and pulling the strings, the puppet master. So whilst we can, I've said this time and time ago again, I am not a pro Fubara or pro Wike. I am not. and for right governance in Nigeria. Fubara made an agreement with Wike backdoor for him to get the support. Wike, being very greedy, asked for whatever based on the allegation as it's been alleged, X amount from the state coffers. Of course, there was allegations here or allegedly mentioned that he also bought the forms for each of the lawmakers. So they literally must be inclined to his own will because he feels like they owe him. So if the former governor buys form um, for them to contest for election, one way or another, they've already been induced, as it's been alleged. So let's put it as an allegation, really, as alleged by the news or whatever has been outside. Now, Fubara says, you know what, you choked me with all disappointment, and I cannot give you Rivers State coffers, half of it. So what will I work with? This is where this entire trouble started from. These guys defected. Fubara took them to court, and they remained out for 16 months. Now, fast forward, after the Supreme Court judgment, they've come back and they started holding by, doing whatever their constitution duties actually meant to be. And recently, Fubara sent to them saying, this is the 2025 budget, take the budget. They shut the gate. They've come back today to refute that claim that there was no such thing as a letter from Fubara. There was no such thing as an email from Fubara. There was no such thing as a WhatsApp message from Fubara. He's only playing to the gallery. And shortly after that, there's this impeachment notification. So it tells you who's playing and who's pulling the strings from the background. Somebody definitely somewhere is controlling the strings of event that is actually happening. The beneficiaries will be the politicians. The people who will suffer will be the people, the Rivers State people. There's no benefit coming to the people of Rivers State, whether or not Fubara is there or Amaewhule is there. And I can guarantee, if the Fubara is impeached, as well as his gov and deputy, because they're coming for the both of them, Amaewhule would then be the governor, because he's number 3 in line. Fubara, deputy, Amaewhule. So he becomes the governor whilst they conduct another election. And then Wike would then have his way throughout Rivers State. And that is something that cannot happen. The corruption, because Wike has said it clearly, and he's used the court, he's used the judiciary to fight his battle. We know our judiciary is corrupt. We've said it before. I would like for you to look at other videos on this channel where we've talked about the corrupt Nigerian judiciary system. They've used the judiciary to fight their battles. And the judiciary have become complicit in this corruption scheme that is literally plaguing Rivers State and as well as Nigeria as a whole. So when you look at these two people in line, you're saying that we're going to impeach the governor and his deputy for gross misconduct of their whatever they've done. And when we impeach them, because now we have 27 of us, we impeach, we just need 2/3. So we have 27 of us who will impeach the governor and his deputy, and we'll make them not be governors anymore. For whatever time being, when the case goes to Supreme Court or goes to the appeals court, and they take it to court until it gets to the Supreme Court. And if the Supreme Court, which we know is working for Wike, which we know as alleged that is working for Wike, is working for this APC government, would definitely get rid of Fubara out of the way. Because remember, the grand plan is 2027. The grand plan to seize Rivers State and rig the election is for 2027, because we know the eastern states, Tinubu will struggle to get votes in the east. It will struggle to get votes from the south. It needs Rivers State. It needs Edo State. That's why this fight, this noise they are making, they're telling Fubara and Tinubu to stop Wike from making a mess of Fubara, and he's just keeping quiet. There's a grand plan. And obviously, there's an uprising coming from the north as well. So Tinubu needs a whole lot of votes everywhere for him to remain in power, plus the rigging that will come from INA come 2027. So there's a bigger scheme playing out here. And we also have to now start talking about it and calling out the scheme to get Tinubu re-elected in 2027. Rivers State is part of the pawn. Edo State is part of the pawn. And the other states they can find, Because we know by so doing, that's one way they can win the election. Most of the eastern states will not vote for Tinubu. That's a sure banker. That's going to happen. Some of the northeast, northwest state would not vote for Tinubu. They'll rig the election again. We know that, but we need to amass to make sure we call out votes right now and get people's minds prepared to say, this is the plan. This is part of their grand plan. And now to rig the election, and they say go to court as well again, and the Supreme of the Appeals Court would then say, oh no, you don't have enough evidence based on circumstances or whatever thingy, and then bam, Tinubu is president again for another 4 years, and Nigeria will get ruined even more. So these impeachment proceedings or procedures have just started, and we can see the hands of Wike all over it. It is sure that this is the hands of Wike all over these impeachment processes. And he said it before. So I will continue to give you breakdown of what's happening in Rivers State. Please like, share, subscribe, and be a part of this channel for us to help call out corruption and corrupt practices in our political system, in our society. We must fight this. Nigeria belongs to all of us. These guys cannot say they need that political structure in their state. It's the people's vote they need. It's about numbers, and politics is about numbers. Democracy is about numbers. The more people you can garner, the better, the more voice you would have, the more relevance you have. And that's why Wike was shouting at my political relevance. It's about him. I did a video, a short here, and I'd like for you to go watch it. Godfatherism in Nigeria, Tinubu, Wike, or Shomale. You can see how they fight tooth and nail to make sure they keep a hold of a state that is not theirs. This country belongs to me and to you, to every single one of us. When we vote politicians in, we're not voting them to be demigods. We're voting them to be politicians, to serve us, not to serve their own purpose and their own pockets. And this is what has happened in Nigeria for so long. So as always, please like, share, and subscribe. And I will catch you up in the next video. God bless you. Bye-bye for now.